Sounds good. All right, so we are currently waiting for everybody to join into the lobby here. We have Pinecrest Preparatory Middle High Varsity team going up against Wilson today. Supersonic Bulldogs versus Hit and Run, the name of that Pinecrest team. This is the first round of the playoffs, looking to advance next week. So because of it being playoffs instead of being a best of 3, it'll be first to 4, best of 7. And here we go. Quick start sees Wilson up in Pinecrest territory. Possession of the ball. Aggressive early. Getting some shots on. The ball in the offensive zone for Wilson. There's a shot on goal, and Killer Dev scores early, 17 seconds in. Reminder, these are 5-minute matches, and this is a best of 7 series. Wilson takes a quick 1-0 lead. But Dev gets the first touch on the ball, but the ball ricochets back into Wilson's defensive territory. A little cluster in front of the goal there, sets up Pinecrest for the shot. Goes a little high off the deflection, and a good clear by Zane. Zane kicks it around, puts a shot on goal, but it is saved. The Dev puts another shot on, but it's a little high, allowing for a push back the other way as Killer Dev makes a nice stop there on the ball. Ball center back up and cleared by Zane, who's going to be pushing again. As it past the goalie, up in the air, hoping for a nice center there. Not able to finish off the job, but Killer Dev and Gap do get a little bit of a clear going. Back into the offensive territory. This ball's pushed around. Across the middle. Gap almost makes a nice aerial play on the ball. This comes up short, and there's a shot on goal again, and a nice save by Gap, as we've seen before. A little bouncing shot, and maybe a miscommunication there, as the shot goes wide. Gap with the demo on Canoe. And again, just missing the ball a little bit there as Killer Dev hopes to center it up. He does, and the shot on goal just a little bit off by Zane. Centered again by Gap, and nobody unfortunately there to finish it off. But then Killer Dev comes in with a huge strike from deep and puts that one away and puts it up 2-0 now for the Bulldogs. Just under 3 minutes left to go in game 1. Some good back and forth play so far in this one. As Gap almost puts it away, just off the left upright there. Dev comes back looking for the hat trick, but not quite able to put it away. And Zane puts it in, bottom corner, with the assist from Gap. Really nice shot there. Aerial movement. Dev gets bumped out of the play, trying to make a play on the ball in the air, but is able to recover and does send the ball down. Shot on goal by Gap, just barely ricochets out. Wilson off to a commanding 3-0 lead early, as another shot by Gap there is saved and wide. Later trying to make something happen in the air, just can't quite get there. Gap sends it back down, centers it back up. Another shot on goal, just wide. Hitting the right upright this time. Gap just a little too high, followed up beautifully. Great assist and then the putback. Put Wilson up 4-0 now in game 1. And Gap gets to the ball quick, but a nice little pinch there by Pinecrest. Wilson does have the ball back in offensive territory as Killer Dev just lifts the ball right up over top and puts that one away. Wilson now takes a 5-0 lead. And smacked home again, 6-0 now. Wilson leads with just under a minute remaining in this first game. And again, quick 6-0 lead. As Gap almost able to put that away at a weird angle. Not quite able to do so. Playing again there. Back in the defensive territory for Wilson. Dev trying to race 2 other people. Pinecrest towards the goal. Not quite able to do so. The aggressive is not the entire game. And once the ball touches the ground, this will mark the end of game 1, which again Wilson takes in deciding fashion, 6-0, and takes a 1-0 lead in the series. Looking for more. Again, this is a best of 7 rather than the best of 5 that we've been accustomed to, or best of 3 rather, that we've been accustomed to recently. So it will be a 4-game victory that is needed for the Bulldogs today if they hope to move on. That we've been accustomed to, or best of 3 rather, we've been accustomed to recently. So it will be a 4-game victory. All right. And again, game 2 here. Wilson took the first one and leads the series 1-0. That puts a ball on goal, just a little wide. Back across, and Gap puts it away. 1-0 for the Bulldogs. It's 13 seconds in. Dev with a nice aerial, putting the ball down in the offensive zone. Centered up fairly well. It's not able to put it away. Ep does recover. There's some good defense here. And the ball's back in the offensive zone. Ball goes just wide. Ep floats it up in the air. The Dev back across. Not able to make anything of it. One of the best offensive chances we've seen so far for Pinecrest today. Unable to come to fruition. And that's another goal. Wilson up 2-0 now. Just after a minute in. And Killer Dove up the wall to meet the ball in midair. It's a long bouncing shot and almost in. That would have been a very interesting replay to watch there. As Gap puts it up, unable to get the double off the wall. Another decent look. Pinecrest is foiled. Some good defense here. Another shot on goal, Pinecrest, but just kicked away by the Bulldogs. There's another Dev, or Demolition. Centered back up, Killer Dev would be almost shot there. For playing it off the wall and making a really nice aerial play right in between two defenders. Really nice goal to make it 3-0 now for Wilson. Ball comes around the right side. Centered up nicely. That puts a good shot on it, and the goal is scored. It'll be 4-0 now for Wilson. Again, does currently maintain a 1-game lead in the 7-game series. Wilson staying aggressive, trying to keep the ball in enemy territory. And has done an effective job so far. Number of clears that we've seen so far from Pinecrest have not lasted a long time in the Wilson zone. That pushes down. Centers it up nicely there and kicked away. And now Killer Dev centers it back across the middle. That comes flying in, but just a little bit wide, not able to put it on goal. Again, one of the closer opportunities we've seen so far for Pinecrest today. Set up beautifully there by Gap, and Killer Dev is not quite able to put it home. But Gap from deep will. It off of the defender's nose. Right into the top corner. And that'll make it 5-0 now for Wilson. App has possession of the ball, tries to put it up and over. Not quite able to make it happen. As we see another shot and a save by Killer Dev. Ball now goes speeding down into the offensive zone for Wilson. Killer Dev plays it off the wall and across the front of the goal. There is another demo. His gap puts it right in the top right corner again. Really nice aerial plays that we've seen so far today from Wilson. Right there, just a beautiful touch on the ball. Is able to just ever so slightly put it right up into that top right corner. Wilson takes a 6-0 lead now. Dev down in front of the goal and puts it away. 7-0 lead now for the Bulldogs, who so far through the first one game and 4/5 outscored their opponents 13-0. As Pinecrest hopes they can turn things around maybe a little bit here. And Wilson scores again. It'll be 8-0 now, with just under a minute left to play in the first game here. Wilson keeping the ball down in the offensive zone. Ball is up there and scored again. 9-0 lead now for the Bulldogs. And there's still 30 seconds left on the clock for Wilson to try to score again. And just misses on the first touch. Wilson puts it back into the offensive zone. Dev just missing an aerial there. It's followed up still effectively. Wilson still has a chance to make a play on the ball here. They do, it's centered up well. Almost hit home, but a nice save there. Pinecrest. And just as the game is about to end, Wilson will put one more on the board. Killer Dev with the goal. That'll be a 10-0 victory for Wilson in game 2. Puts Wilson up in the series now, 2-0. Again, this is a best of 7. So Wilson does need 2 more wins before losing 4 times. And they've outscored their opponents 16-0 so far in the first 2 games. We'll have to see if Pinecrest is able to recover and hold off the aggressive push that the Bulldogs seem to be putting on every time now, or if this might be how things end. Able to recover and hold off the aggressive push that the Bulldogs seem to be putting on every time now, or Game 3 getting underway here. Again, Wilson keeping it as far forward as they can as Dev just puts it away. Pinecrest not able to recover in time. A little bit stuck on the wall right there. Just puts it out wide. Gap brings it back across the middle. Not able to get the double, but Killer Dev scores again. Wilson up to a quick 2-0 lead. Just 18 seconds in. Ball goes out wide. The ball's in front of the net. Center well for the Bulldogs, coming around the left side. The Dev plays it off the wall. Good shot on goal by Gap. Saved. Back across. I think this is the longest that we've seen the ball in Wilson territory all night. Still centered in front of the goal. Gap puts, or not Gap, sorry. Oh, Dev puts a shot at goal. Nothing comes from it there, though. Centered back up. Rush of Bulldogs towards the net, but unable to put it away. We'll see another save. Still 2-0 for Wilson. App clears the ball back down. It's a shot on goal, but it goes just wide. Killer Dev puts a shot up, but it goes a little bit high and a little bit wide. Kanu skates down with the ball. Was unable to put it away. Shot on goal. Don't really know what exactly happened there. Looked like just a cluster of cars. But Wilson comes away scoring another goal regardless. The effort, way to stick with it there. It'll be 3-0 Bulldogs. Wilson with the first touch again. It off the wall and a beautiful shot, just a little bit wide there. Play Dev across the middle. That plays it off the wall. App looking to make an aerial move and puts a shot on goal, but a nice save there by Kenu. Still no real good offensive looks so far. This one, as Wilson scores yet again, making it 4-0. Wilson with the first touch. Get off the wall. It puts the ball in the air. The Dev just misses the aerial. And Gap scores, making it 5-0. Kenny says this is a 1v3. Interesting analysis there. Off the wall again. Killer Dev down in front of net. Gap tries to put a shot on goal, but just misses. One of the better offensive looks so far that we've seen. And that is a goal for Gap, making it 6-0 for the Bulldogs. Wilson plays it around again. Just unable to get it into the net. There's Kenu almost putting it into the top corner, but another great save by Wilson. Maintains their scoreless streak. Wilson again centers the ball up out in front of net and scores again. 7-0. Bulldogs take the lead here in game 3. Wilson pokes the ball. And scores again. 8-0 Bulldogs lead. So far, Wilson, with a minute left to go in Game 3, is outscoring their opponents 24-0 now. Dev pushes the ball down, staying aggressive here despite the big lead. Ball's played off the wall. Bit of across. Gap just misses a shot. Centered again. And Gap puts it away. Making it 9-0. 30 seconds left in Game 3. So with a 9-0 lead. Look to make it 10-0. And they do. Killer Dev with a goal. Bulldogs, 27 seconds left on the clock before taking a 3-game lead in this best of 7. But before that, why not score yet another? 11-0, 18 seconds left. Dev pushes the ball out wide, plays it off the wall. 14 seconds on the clock. Dev looks to put it in again, and what may have been the slowest rolling goal that I've seen in a long time in this game will score regardless. 13 miles an hour on this goal. Absolute speed demon. 12-0 Bulldogs lead. 10 seconds left in the game. App plays the ball out wide. As the ball lands, Wilson takes the game 12-0, off to a 3-0 lead in the series. They have outscored their opponents 28-0 going into Game 4. Seems like we may be having a couple technical difficulties right now. I've heard of comebacks happening before in various series, various playoff series games. I've seen it happen multiple times, teams down 3-1. I think that I will be so bold as to say to see a comeback today be nothing short of an absolute miracle. I've heard of comebacks. It would surprise me to see Wilson drop 1 game today, much less the 4 needed for them to lose this series, as they have that commanding 3-0 lead, as we've talked about ad nauseum at this point. And they're already off to a quick start here as Killer Dev puts the ball away on a long shot from beyond half court in his own territory, puts it away, bottom corner, 1-0. Bulldogs lead 4 seconds into the game. Nothing, Wilson. Gap leads. Trying. All down in Wilson's defensive zone. I think that might be the longest streak we've had the ball in our defensive zone so far today. And Kilo Dev puts it away, making it 3-0 for the Bulldogs. Less than 45 seconds into game 4, sorry. And how's about a kickoff goal? Just for good measure. 2 seconds off the clock, another goal scored for Wilson, makes it 4-0. Still just over 45 seconds into game 4. Get 5-0. 3 minutes and 54 seconds left to play. And what will likely be the deciding game 4 here. And the first goal of the series is finally put away here, making it just a merely measly 5-1 lead now for the Bulldogs. Wilson scores again, 6-1, Bulldogs. 3 minutes and 44 seconds left. Game 4. And good teamwork there as Gap scores again. 7-1 for the Bulldogs. Toxicity out in full force today, as I don't think our opponents are very happy with each other here. Just a gut reaction. 8-1 Bulldogs. Looks as though Kenu may have ejectocito cuz right on out of this game. Still 8-1 for the Bulldogs. And make it 9-1. No matter how much better you may perceive yourself to be than your teammates, it's really not cool to just abandon them and stop playing altogether. Regardless of, again, how good you deem yourself to be and how poorly you think your team is playing, play the game out. Play the game out. Yeah. There it is. 9-2 now. Bulldogs still lead. Kenu comes back from the dead. Score that goal. Still 2.5 minutes left to play here. Wilson leads by 7. Long clear down to the other side. That puts the ball away. Real nice aerial maneuver there. Missing just perfectly enough to angle that ball into the goal. 10-2. Wilson leads in game 4. I believe Wilson is currently outscoring the other team 38-2 across the 4 games, with 2 minutes still remaining to play here in this one. Almost adding on there before a nice play made. Long shot, almost goes in, still centered. Pinecrest not able to do anything with it, unfortunately. And a long shot by Killer Dev. And that's a goal. 11-2 now for the Bulldogs. Minute and a half left in the series. Depp keeps the ball in front. Killer Depp puts it away. 12-2. Bulldogs lead. Still a minute and a half left to play. The Dev brings the ball around. Almost puts it away there. Off the right side. Post. The entire Wilson team collides. We're setting the ball back up. 1 minute left to play. That puts a shot on goal, and that'll make it 13-2. Wilson doing what they can to keep the aggressiveness up here. 40 seconds left to play. Ball centered up in front of the goal. Just not able to put it away. Still sitting out there. The Dev puts a shot in goal before it's saved. That clears the ball across to the left side. The Dev sends it down. When the ball comes down, the game will be over, and Wilson puts another one on the board. Final score, Wilson 14. Pinecrest 2. Wilson takes a series 4-0 after outscoring their opponents at a total of 42-2. And really just dominating from start to finish here. Not much more to say about it, realistically. Really great showing by the Bulldogs today. Keeping the aggressiveness up, keeping things going, and coming away here with the victory. This has been Bossman277 signing off. Thank you for watching.